guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to do the splits. So I'm starting this series where I do back to basics, so that's all just like the basic stuff that can really help you get started as a dancer. So I'm heading down to the dance studio now. I've got my filming set up because I'm also filming a TikTok, which also, if you haven't searched it up yet, go check it out. It's Lily_Amos and my Instagram is Lily_Amos25. Almost all of the same videos will be on there. Not as many tutorials, but just like random dance stuff I get up to. So if I go to a beach and take a bunch of photos of some dance poses, I'll upload them onto there. And also when I go down to update my little dance studio, if I get anything else to put in there, I'll be updating them there. So with the back to basics, there's about 10 parts. I've got a list of all the stuff that I need to do, but if you have any suggestions for my back to basics, or just comment on my TikTok or my Instagram, because we don't enable comments on YouTube, but I do on TikTok and Insta. So if you have any like video suggestions or suggestions also for my back to basics videos that you want to learn, then I'll be definitely intrigued to know what you want to learn as well, because I can always create stuff, but it's about what you want to see. It's the most important thing. So I'm at the dance studio right now. So what I'm just going to quickly do is warm up, because as you hopefully would have seen in my other video, my warm-up video, the warm-ups are super important to prevent injury. So I'm just going to do a quick warm-up, not too long, and then I will get straight into teaching you guys how to do the splits. Okay, so I've warmed up nice and warm. I'm going to open some windows. I might open some windows in a minute. But what we need to do now for the first step of getting your splits is stretching. You are never going to get your splits if you don't stretch. And that sounds crazy, but after the age of 10 you start to lose your flexibility. That's how quick you do, and that's why it's so important to stretch, even if you're not a dancer. But it's also important to get your splits, because if you just try and go straight into the splits, your muscles will be warm, they're not going to be stretched, which means that you will be prone to injury. So we're just going to I've got a yoga mat, but it doesn't really matter for stretching, but it just gives my knees a bit extra cushion. But we're just going to start off by holding a lunge with your knee off of the ground. So lunges are great for your splits. They just get you into that line with your legs, and it's a really good stretch. And pulsing back and forth is also good, because it just stretches you a bit more than actually holding it further down. And then you're going to put your knee down. So if you want to, you can have your hands down, but I like to recommend having your hands off, because the gravity helps you come down, but I know that it's quite hard to stay in that position. So you could have your knees a good compromise, or just have your hands on the ground, as long as you can feel that stretch. And also, if you have a yoga block, which I actually don't have with me, you can put it under your knee. It gives you a greater stretch. So we're now going to start, once you've held that for about 30 seconds, you're going to want to hold them each for about 30 seconds. Now we're going to start rocking back. So we've got our heel stretch, and what it looks like to get into your heel stretch position is you like this, both your knees are right angle, and you just straighten your front leg. You're just going to try and get your nose to your knee. This is a good stretch for behind the knee, and also if you can get your nose to your knee, try and move your hands next to or beyond your foot. And you're just going to hold that for about 30 seconds. going to rock into your lunge and then rock back into your heel stretch, and you're just going to do that for about 30 seconds. This is good for dynamic stretching because you're moving back and forth, but trying to really sit in between those two stretches. So now I'm going to go into, now I'm going to go into pigeon pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your foot to the side and you're just going to bend your knee and you're just going to sit like this. And it just really gets you low down. So we're now just going to quickly, for our last position, we're just going to go into a lunge, but you're going to lift that back foot off of the ground. Right, so now as another dynamic stretch, we're now going to have either our hands on our hips or out to the side. You're going to go into your heel stretch position again, but be upright, and you're just going to lift your heel up and off the ground for about 30 seconds. Do it for about 16 to 20 times. It's just going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, about 20 times, 10 to 20 times, depends on how many you want to do. Like, you know your own body, so if you know that just 10 is good enough for you now and you want to build it up, then definitely do that. But it's better to do 10 good solid ones than 20 ones like this, because you're really engaging your hip flexor muscles. So now I'm just going to do the same on your other leg. So I'm just going to do that. So put the lunge with your foot off the ground, your knee off the ground, then knee on the ground, then back to this stretch. Now rocking back and forth. And also for the rocking back and forth, try not to move your legs around too much, so when you're not moving it. Just try and keep your feet, your front foot and your knee in the same position when you're doing it. We're now going to go into our pigeon stretch. And then our lifts up and down. Okay, so we've now done our stretches, and so now what I want you to do is just have a go at doing your splits. So you're just going to slide as far as you can into your splits, but make sure that your hands are either side of your leg, because otherwise you can twist and that isn't good. So you're just going to slide to wherever you can go into your splits. And just try lifting your hands off because the gravity will help push you down. It's great to have something in your hands that you just pass over your head. And then also try and bring it in front of you and over your foot, because that also helps stretch as well. And then hold it for about 2 counts of 8, and then you're just going to try the other leg. You're just going to go over your head, around, around. And just keep doing that. I know it's quite a short video of just how to get your splits, but you can't just expect to do your splits overnight. This takes stretching almost every night to be able to do the splits. Like, not when you go to dance class and you do these stretches, that's only when you do it. Practice it at home. You don't need a massive space like this. You can do it in your bedroom. Just try and stretch about every other night, at least a couple of times a week, because if you only do it once a week, you might get a bit of progress, but it won't be a lot of progress up until your splits. And what I'd also say is keep a record of your splits. So when you first attempt your splits, take a photo, and then also once you have about every week, couple of weeks, just take a photo of your progress, because when you see that you've progressed, it will want you to make yourself do it even more. But that is it for this video, and just keep practicing. That's the main part of getting your splits. It's not the stretching, it's the consistency. So keep it up and you will definitely get there, even if it takes you quite a long time or not a lot of time. Just keep going, because there will definitely be progress, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!